there was a explosive device in the or brought to New York City's protest called Islamic State as inspiration, complaint says. I don't know how to feel about this one. I don't want to get too conspiracy pilled, but I did see some stuff, some early stuff online. America healthcare feels so dystopian to me. I know it's good healthcare, but it feels weird to hear about. It's not good healthcare. It isn't.
I can confirm this morning that this is being investigated as an act of ISIS-inspired terrorism. The suspects here, Amir Balat and Ibrahim Kayumi, are going to be prosecuted in federal court here in Manhattan, and a complaint will set forth criminal charges and the factual allegations supporting those charges.
Two men, Amir Balat and Ibrahim.
Oh shit. Fuck. My bad. I gotta hear my voice speak. I didn't mean to interrupt you, sir. I'm sorry, Sir Mamdani.
I can confirm this morning
As in relative.
that this is being investigated as an act of ISIS-inspired.
As in relative to the world, the cost itself is bad. The research is good. Half the time is what I meant. Professional streamer, by the way. That's true. Also, the research, a lot of the medication research happens not because of the healthcare system, but happens in colleges.
In federal court, here allegations.
And attempted to bring violence to New York City. They are suspected of coming here to commit an act of terrorism. There is video of these two individuals throwing two devices towards the protest. The police department has determined that these were improvised explosive devices made to injure, maim, or worse. Thanks to the swift and decisive actions of NYPD officers at the scene, both men were immediately taken into custody, and the devices they brought taken off of our streets.
Because I saw, yeah. Or is it? Can this ad fucking hurry up? But yeah, this image specifically. After being arrested, 18-year-old Amir Balat was caught on officer's body camera saying this isn't religion that stands when people talk about the blessed name of the prophet. If I didn't do it, someone else would do it. Balat said to the NYP in the back of the NYPD car. The complaint explained, all praise due to Allah, Lord of all words. I pledge my allegiance to the Islamic State. Obviously, like I said, with the Norway bombings at the U.S. Embassy, this shit is going to continue happening and continue getting worse as the U.S. decides to continue attacking Iran. Mr. Balat lights the device and starts running with it, then drops the device after the first explosive was thrown. Tish said that Balat ran to grab the second device from Kayumi, who has ties to Newton Township. However, Balat was unable to throw the second device, and both were taken into custody at the scene. Video of bomb being thrown in NYC. What's his fucking name?
Snap your W-2.
I can never remember. This guy. Michael Pickard.
New York.
He was here at the protest.
You're coming to New York to tell people who belongs in New York and who doesn't belong in New York. We were born and raised in New York, and we want everyone here to stay in New York. You don't get to come from outside and then tell everyone else.
It went right over him. Is it Michael Pickard? Is this the guy? Am I wrong? Yeah, the professional douche, right? Yeah, this guy. And Walter Matterson. There we go. This guy, Walter Matterson. This is not Michael Pickard. This is Walter Matterson. He made a video himself, by the way. He did? Oh. If he made a video himself, then we'll pull it up. Walter Matterson.
You don't get to come from outside and then tell everyone else.
Yes, that was me in the video. We were counting.
We love Walter Matterson here, but people.
Protesting Jake Lang. For those
can't believe
of you
I'm
that
not
don't know, Jake
subscribed.
Lang is the man who famously lost to the letter S.
Bro looks like my stepdad. Well, he's woke. Yeah, this fucking idiot. This fucking idiot is such a racist piece of shit.
Lost to the letter S. I cannot stress enough how this did not look like a real bomb. We were all right there. None of us ran away. We looked at it and said, this is a very funny prank. You can even see the photographer pushing out of my way saying, yeah, let me get a good shot of that. The police had to shove us all out and say, get away. We don't know what this is. The two idiots that did this didn't run. They ran 20 feet, stopped. This happened on 87th Street. They ran halfway to 86th Street, not even a full city block, before stopping. They literally stayed there for the cops to grab them. Very stupid, not thought out at all. Very dumb people. They're either very stupid or they're working for the CIA or a combination of both.
And that's where I'm like, I don't want to get too conspiracy pilled because I think the war in Iran is like definitely pushing people towards this. But I could also see the CIA doing this.
You cannot convince me otherwise. Very dumb behavior. Like they literally
Because it is
did not run.
extremely strange behavior from
There's a lot to
them.
say about what went down. So let's go to the next group of unfuckable dorks, Ian McGinnis and Frankie Scales.
Yep, let's just pepper spray random people. I know it's off topic, but I love your model. Thank you, Casey. I always appreciate it.
Go. All right, go. Hey. Stop.
Yeah, I'm trying to see when is the new model eventually. Forrest is working on it, but he's also busy.
Yvonne is my little.
All right, I don't care. But yeah, anyways. Yeah, Chief Goat Fucker Jake Lang. Yeah, so this is what the bomb looked like. Meanwhile, Intel Femroids ran away having total jester mogged their cortisol levels after recover. Dude, he's so fucking funny, man. He's so funny. Oh my god, Jake Matterson is so fucking funny, dude. Yep. But yeah, Jake Lang is out here.
Spray, everyone. Spray. Go. All right, go. Hey.
Ian McGinnis and Frankie Scales. They felt so scared being around women that they pepper sprayed my sister. The funny part is that when women pepper spray them, they put it on the internet to show that they're the victim. The guy pepper sprayed so many people that the NYPD actually arrested them. These two guys were going through the counter-protest area and they were trying to get gotcha clips. I jumped in and said, yeah, I'll answer your questions. And they didn't like that.
Do you consider it a crime to enter this country illegally?
The United States considers it a misdemeanor to enter this country illegally. And now here's the thing is most of these people that come in here are coming to the border, surrendering themselves at the border, surrendering themselves and saying, we're here.
Over here.
Yeah.
Dude, it's funny. I still think the CIA killed JFK because JFK was trying to label the version of AIPAC before AIPAC under the Foreign Agents Registration Act due to its funding from the Jewish agency. Yeah, I believe it.
I was starting to make too much sense for the guy. They didn't want to.
No, like, white supremacists were all over this protest, and now this is the big thing. I can confirm the FBI is conducting court-authorized law enforcement activity. Here, we'll scroll down on the APC, or the AP. Homemade devices which did not explode were hurled Saturday during Ranka's counter-protest against anti-Islamic demonstration led by Jake Lang, a far-right activist, critic of New York Mayor Zohran Mamdani, a Democrat and the first Muslim to hold office. The men said nothing during the brief proceeding, but Kayumi smirked and looked over at Balat as the judge read part of the complaint, said they were acting in the support of Islamic State group. Balat started ahead of the defense table. Or starred ahead at the defense table. Stared ahead at the defense table. According to the complaint, Kayumi blurted out he was arrested on Saturday, that ISIS was the reason for his conduct. This is so fucking weird. Shit is scary, but I'd rather learn from you than the news. True, but like this is so strange. I don't want to be conspiracy pilled, but like this is so weird. Not one terroristic attack has ever been in this behavior. U.S. General Attorney Pambani, well, former U.S. General Attorney. No. I'm thinking of Nikki Haley. Pambani commented on social media that will not allow ISIS poisons anti-American ideology to threaten this nation. Pointed to the extensive publicity surrounding the case and asked the prosecutors to avoid saying anything that could prejudice potential jurors. 3 classes away from graduating high school. I don't know, man. I don't know how to feel about this because it feels so staged. But yeah, Jake Mace and a bunch of anti-Semitic Nazis were have been all over the country harassing just regular people protesting. Bishop Lee's armament on the residents at this time. The device stuck a barrier and extinguished self-view from police officers. The same person then ran, attached to another person, gave him a second device, which then he dropped. The devices, which Titch said are smaller than a football, were wrapped in black tape with nuts, bolts, and screws, as well as a hobby fuse that could be lit. She said it was unclear if they were functioning devices or a hoax. All 3 people have been arrested. Lang was previously charged with assaulting an officer with a baseball bat, civil disorder, and other crimes before receiving clemency as part of President Donald Trump's... Wait, what? Yeah, Jake Lang over here, assaulting officers. Lang recently announced that he's running for U.S. Senate in Florida. Lang has also protested in Minneapolis. Tish said about 20 people showed up to the protest tied to him on Saturday, and the counter-protest had 125 people at its peak. So yeah, this was just a fucking shit show of a protest. I don't know. I don't want to be conspiracy pilled, but I really don't know what to make of it. Part of me really does believe that this was a CIA moment, because there's so many examples of this shit happening and then CIA being like, yeah, we did that, like years after the case. And these people, like, these are not like poor kids either. Muslim, it's clearly Mamdani's fault. That's true. Just kidding. We love Mamdani. I can't even say that without feeling bad. Bombing in NYC, because these people, like, well, here's the New York Post, slop. Own 2.5 million Pennsylvania home and are naturalized citizens from Afghanistan. Parents of one of the alleged ISIS-loving wannabe terrorists who tried to donate or detonate an IED near Gracie Mansion. Own a gorgeous $2.25 million home, a sign they seized the American dream after arriving in Afghanistan decades ago. Something's not adding up here. The math isn't mathing in my head. And these are children. 3 classes away from graduating high school? I wonder what Fox has to say. Bombing in NYC, Fox News.
I tried everything.
Oh my god. Can we, chat, somebody send me a fucking ad blocker, please.
And talk about something that unfolded this morning. You're taking a look at New York's mayor discussing a bomb that ignited near the New York City's mayor's home, so near the governor's mansion. 2 teens are arrested in what police say could be a potential act of ISIS-inspired terrorism in New York City. Police say 18-year-old Amir Balat and 19-year-old Ibrahim Qayyumi, both of Pennsylvania, are accused of throwing and igniting improvised explosive devices near Gracie Mansion Saturday. Gracie Mansion is the official residence of New York's mayors, so right now New York Mayor Zoran Mamdani. But police say that there was a group that took part in a so-called Stop the Islamic Takeover of New York City protest, and that happened near the governor's mansion, and the protest drew a larger crowd of counter-demonstrators. At some point,
which is like, then, like, that it's right next to Mamdani's house.
The 2 teenagers, the 2 men, threw devices during this clash, and one of the devices detonated. No one was hurt, but then police found a 3rd device in a vehicle. It did not contain explosives, but Mayor Mamdani is now condemning the act of the 2 teens, saying violence will not be tolerated in New York City. Take a listen.
Yesterday, a protest was held outside Gracie Mansion, where I live with my wife Rama. Neither of us were home at the time. This was a vile protest rooted in white supremacy entitled Stop the Islamic Takeover of New York City.
Yes, it was.
I'm the first Muslim mayor of our city. Anti-Muslim bigotry is nothing new to me, nor is it anything new for the 1 million or so Muslim New Yorkers who know this city as our home. While I found this protest appalling, I will not waver in my belief that it should be allowed to happen. Ours is a free society where the right to peaceful protest is safe.
God, he speaks so fucking well.
It does not belong only to those we agree with. It belongs to everyone. Let me also be clear about something else. New York City will never tolerate violence, whether from protests or counter-protests. Many of the counter-protesters met this display of bigotry peacefully, with a vision of a city that is welcoming to all. But a few did not. Two men, Amir Balat and Ibrahim Kayumi, traveled from Pennsylvania and attempted to bring violence to New York City. They are suspected of coming here to commit an act of terrorism. There is video of these two individuals throwing two devices towards the protest. The police department has determined that these were improvised explosive devices made to injure, maim, or worse. Thanks to the swift and decisive actions of NYPD officers at the scene, both men were immediately taken into custody, and the devices they brought taken off of our streets.
Preliminary test results determined that these were not hoax devices nor smoke bombs. They were improvised explosive devices that could have caused serious injury or death. Part of our initial investigation was
Yeah. It's always something. Shit like that's gonna keep happening. As long as we keep attacking Iran. I know they're saying like, oh, it's not Iran, but like obviously there has to be something connecting this all. I don't know. I don't know. It's scary. Political violence is never a good thing. Never forget that. No matter what side it's on. And obviously these guys were obviously targeting the white supremacists, but like still it's not a good thing.